Hi everyone, my name is Nate Beekman and I'm a process automation consultant with Avid Solutions. At Avid, we realize that your operational and business needs are always changing and evolving. This is why we are committed to bringing you the most up-to-date tools the automation industry has to offer. One of the things our customers have been asking for is for analytical tools for their plant data, which is why we've chosen to partner with Seeq. Seeq is a powerful data analytics software that directly connects with your plant historian to provide you with some of the best data science tools the industry has to offer. Seeq has an easy-to-use interface that allows for data visualization, analytics, collaboration, and reporting. Today I'm going to show you how in real time we can create the built-in functionality of Seeq to find our plant utility demand.
In this scenario, we have a high-purity water tank that feeds a number of bioreactors. Occasionally, we need to do maintenance on our skid that feeds this high-purity water tank. But due to process constraints, we still have to provide high-purity water during these downtimes. Our system is set up to have a pump that recirculates water in the tank as well as sending it out to the different parts of our plant. This causes a fluctuation in our signal as shown in this data here. Our goal is to find out how many gallons per hour we go through in normal production, so we know how long we have to do maintenance on this system. So the first thing we're going to do is go to our Tools tab and do a formula on this signal. We want to try to smooth out the signal as much as possible, so we're going to call this smooth level. The way we're going to smooth this out is we're going to take the running average of the signal over a period of time. So first off, we have to find our variable, which is here, and we use the Seeq syntax to create our formula. I'm going to do this over a 20-second period and execute. When we execute, we get another signal that looks much smoother than our signal above, which gives us a better representation of our data. But as you can see, this increase here is a little sloped, so I'm going to reduce the running average time to 10 seconds to give our data a better look. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to try to convert this percentage to an actual volumetric reading. The way we do that is again by using the formula function, using Seeq, and we're going to call this tank volume. This time we're going to use the signal that we created, which is our smooth level signal, and we're going to multiply it by the volume of the tank, which is 520 gallons. Now execute this, we'll get a very similar signal, but this time we can see how many gallons are in our tank over time. Our goal is to find out how many gallons we go through on a normal basis, so we're going to need to find the rate of change of this signal. The way we do that is by going over, by again doing a formula, and this time we're going to take the derivative of this signal to find our rate of change. So we use our new tank volume, which is just $t dot derivative, close parentheses, and we can execute this. And here you can see we're using about 0.01 gallon a second. Now this isn't very helpful because we're in seconds. So what we're going to do is edit this formula and multiply it by 3600 seconds divided by 1 hour. This will give us a reading in hours and shows we're burning about 15 to 20 gallons per hour. It might be helpful too if we smooth this signal out. So we're going to do the same technique we did in the first screen. We'll use a formula. This time we'll use formula F9, which is our derivative signal. We'll take the moving average, this time again over 10 seconds. As you can see, smooths this out, and it looks like we're using about 14 gallons per hour.
Now that we have found our water usage, we can effectively plan for maintenance periods with confidence. With a 520-gallon tank, we have about 24 hours to work on our filtration system before we begin running low on our process water. This helps us reduce our shutdown risk and prevent unplanned downtime, and it only took us a few minutes to figure out using one of the many items in the Seeq toolbox. Now, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions about Seeq or any other technologies, please reach out to me or one of our business development managers. Our contact information will be in the description. Thanks for watching.